Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Saturday, 13th of July, 2024. So, the synoptic situation then. So, this was as of midnight last night, and this very long high pressure has been squeezed fundamentally between four low pressures all around. And it is going to mean that it's going to be a little bit drier today for our part of the country, but there's a hell of an influence of upper cloud from these low pressures, especially the one over Scandinavia. And if I run that forward now to midday, you can see we're in a sort of a slack northwesterly high pressure zone in between these fronts. But this low pressure now just to the east is actually got a lot of cloud associated with it. And this is very, very apparent when I start to go to the cloud radar shortly. So the winds we've got at the moment are pretty well west northwesterly, 5 knots at flying heights, and it's probably going to be about 5 knots on the surface as well. Now, if we look at the cloud, you can see the situation I'm referring to. Here's a low pressure out over the North Atlantic, and that's sorry, the North Sea, and that's bringing an awful lot of cloud. And there's obviously cloud associated with the other fronts out to the west as well. And we're squeezed in a little gap of unstable-ish weather underneath this. There's a bit of top cover at the moment, which is slowly burning off, and you can see that outside the window. And I'll refer to that a little bit later. Rain associated in fronts then. So here's the rain associated with the one out to the North Sea. But you can see there's a scattering of showers that are actually around us at the moment. And if I go through the forecast showers from the Met Office, I run this through. So this is 9 o'clock this morning. And if I run this through, it seems all good actually here till around about 1 o'clock, perhaps. A lot of showers on the south coast now, do you notice? And these big showers over Birmingham. And they're going to be hit and miss really where they start. But we are going to suffer from rain showers sometime during the afternoon, I fear. And I don't think they're going to be here for long periods of time, but it's clearly significant enough for us to stop flying locally, and you may be able to fly around them when you're airborne. Okay, so local forecast then is pretty well overcast up until around about 3 o'clock, actually. Top temperature today around about 17 degrees and a nice light breeze from the west. GFS is indicating max temperature today around about 17 and dew points down at 9 or 10. The view outside the window, this is the top cover I've been referring to now. It's around about 10, 12,000 feet. And clearly it's going to delay any heating that we're going to get. But you can see it's starting to break down to the south. A little bit of strata queue actually underneath. And current temperature, Lasham 13.3 with a dew point at 10. Dave's indicating there's possibility of a very short task, perhaps this afternoon, if we can dodge around the showers. But it's a top cover that's going to delay proceedings, I fear. Odium is indicating broken at 4,000 and a possibility between 12 and 5 o'clock. Fizz coming down a bit with some rain showers. It's only a 30% probability, so this could be a hit and miss on that. And Farnborough is indicating 2304 knots, 10k plus, scattered at 3,000, and a 30% probability temporarily between 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock, 7,000 meters and showers. So they're both indicating that we will get rain here later on today. Top Meteo is giving a projected flight distance of not too far, actually maybe 300 or 400 k's, indicating I think that's a little bit optimistic. And if I run through the thermal for throughout the day, so this is at 10 o'clock this morning. You can see it's blue at the moment, so no thermal per se. But as I run through, this is now about 12 o'clock. There's a lot of top cover, you notice, but they are indicating cumulus to around about 3,200 feet thereabouts, if we can get the heat without the top cover slowing the heating up. And as I run it through to around about 1 o'clock now, you see the showers starting to come in on the south coast. And if I run further, the showers are getting heavier, a lot more spread out. So this is at 3 o'clock local. So, if you can get away and you can stay a little bit further north, you may be okay. But I think our day is going to be curtailed slightly on the south coast. Sky sights, similar sort of indication, not quite so much distance. But if I run the local forecast of sky sight, there's going to be weak thermals around about 4,000 feet. But it's going to be a very sharp cut off this afternoon, and that's probably associated with showers that they think we're going to have as well. And winds a nice steady 300 degrees there, thereabouts at 8 or 9 knots. NOTAMs, so there are some NOTAMs to affect today. So if I'll just run through them. Nine is Goodwood. I think they're washing up really from the Festival of Speed. There's a lot of aircraft departing early morning and later on today. 24 usual Barton Stacey, 23 is parachuting at Middle Wallop. That's only going to be between 11 and 12 o'clock local. 26 is Imber Ranges, Imber Danger Air Soar is active, EG 123. That's pretty well all day. 29, parachute dropping at Tidworth. 32 is Uphaven, that's just a telephone change. 31 is good old Ash Ranges. And 34 today is Sandhurst. They've got some live firing on. 10, did I mention 10? Yeovil's from parachuting at Yeovil later on today. All right, so if you look at operation for the day then, quickly start with the original cross section. And this is indicating this top cover is going to be there till around about 11, but we are going to get some queue underneath. But when the queue forms, you notice it's going from about 4,000 to 11,000 feet, maybe 12,000 feet. A lot of icing and turbulence at the top. So, towering cumulus they've indicated, which is a quite good possibility of rain. Winds a nice steady 250, 3-5 knots down the strip. I put a cloudy start quickly turning to showers, which is what they're indicating. I haven't put that, sorry, I've just highlighted it. So everyone really is indicating the possibility of showers later on this afternoon. So we need to make the most of it. No reported movements today. That top cover is going to delay heating, but it is breaking. I can see it's advancing to the north fairly quickly now, and I can see some strata queue underneath. Possible showers mid-afternoon. Reasonable soaring, 2 dates, 2H, 3HQ, about 3,500 maybe by 1 o'clock, and very light winds. Flying today, then, we've got K21 on the booking list with Jeff Clark. Um, K21, Ron Smith is running an instructor's course, so he's got one of them allocated. We have a K21 for trial lessons, I think, today. Two K21s are either booked via the casual list or available. Chris Merritt is also available to instruct. Thank you, Chris. And all three discuses available. And both K13s available. Buggies, usual stuff about the buggies, please. No sitting out of the seats and keep the radios active and listen to them. There's the flying lifts. Jeff Clark, pretty well booked all day. Viv's with Roy in 4. Hopefully, we'll get something out of that today anyway. And 3 discuses are available, and otherwise, we've got a fairly full list. Operationally today, then, we're already set out. Ron took the launch point vehicle out on runway 29. If we do have an appetite for a grid, it'll be the usual place, North Grass. And we've got a very light west, anywhere between northwest and southwest, but it's going to be very light wind all day. Okay, right. Let's make the most of it. I think my hunch is that we will get the showers and they will affect us significantly enough for us to stop flying mid-afternoon. So let's see. Let's go and make the most of it, and I'll see you out there. Thank you. Bye.